Yo, what is up, guys? We are back in another devlog, and today, or I should say not today, but Saturday, I decided to try to work on the game over, because yeah, I only got Saturday to work on it. I wanted to try to add more neon this week, but hopefully next week I'll be able to do it, because I'll have more time. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. I also have a school dance and stuff. But anyways, we tried to get working on the game over, which took a lot longer than I thought it would. As you can see, 10-minute, at least for now, unless I cut it down, it's over a 10-minute devlog that's sped up by 3 times speed. So it was what, like about 30 minutes of footage plus the hours, because I probably spent 2 to 3 hours working on this, trying to get the hit collision, and I don't know why it was so hard. Maybe I'm just so new to how Unreal Engine 5 works, because it's my first project with it, and I never really was super comfortable with blueprints or really even Unreal Engine. It's really the first full game that I'm making, so maybe that is why I am so new with collisions and everything. But right now I'm trying anything. This ended up being, I don't even want to talk about it. It was a false event that I tried going with, and it did not work at all. And so I was trying to take the event and then cast it to the blueprints of these NPC cars, and if it was them, sprint, game over. If not, don't. And I'm realizing it's not doing anything. So obviously this is not it. Now, as for what ended up getting it to work, you guys will have to see. I will just say that it ended up being, I think, a lot easier than I thought, but at the same time out of the way, because I do remember that there was a problem that I was trying to figure out, and I think I ended up figuring out the solution online, but I'm getting into spoilers anyways, and I don't want to go and explain it because I can't remember exactly, so I'll let it play on screen. I really should write a script for this, but as I'm doing this literally an hour before I'd like to go to bed, it's not really the time for me to watch this and write a script to it. But hopefully next week, hopefully soon, I will start freeing up time, so then I will be able to write scripts and stuff. But who knows? Maybe this will be how the devlog goes. Maybe I'll try to do these voiceovers not 2 days after I haven't touched it, or in this case 3, and we'll do it right away so it's all fresh in my brain, or at least write a script so it's all fresh, write notes or something. I don't know, because this is not really the smartest way to do it. But now, as you can see, I'm over in the NPC cars blueprint, trying to see if I can cast to the main character, because I'm like, maybe I'm not casting to the right one, and that's why it's not working. So I'm gonna try this, and honestly, I think using the car blueprint to cast the player, I was able to end up getting it working this way. I just kind of had to figure out the magic touch and the right events, and I also had to, that's what it was, I had to enable collisions and also disable collisions on something, and you'll see, because I got it working, as we'll see in, I don't know, a minute or two. I was able to get it working, but it wasn't how I'd like it to work, because I was just going through the NPC, and I wanted to still be able to hit it and it still act as a solid surface. So I did get it from working with on overlap, which was super easy, to on collision, and you guys will see that in a minute. And then I added some effects, and I actually really did like how the effects turned out, especially when you hit the cars at a faster speed. It definitely does give it a cool little effect, and this is something that I definitely will need to tinker around a bit after getting place testers and stuff, because it's definitely it definitely I wanted you to be able to tap cars just in case you're making a mistake. I don't want it to be completely unforgiving, but I also don't want it how it was where you'd crash into cars and go flying, or the cars would go flying, which I don't know. I think I also end up fixing this. I might have fixed it off camera. As you can see, we kind of blocked. But right now, because I'm not doing something, I'm trying to research, trying to figure this out, and I figured it out. So this is after I came back. I should have recorded in between me figuring it out, but I think if you looked closely, we end up with the on collision. So like I was talking about, it was started with on overlap, and then I figured out how to get it working with on collision. And with the on collision, then it would hit it, it would still have all the same physics. Instead of just starting to go through the car and not having enough time, I was able to then hit the car, have physics, and then wait a second before I reset the game, which allowed me to add effects that you could see really easily. Now this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to figure out how to do effects, which also wasn't the easiest thing to do. It took me a bit. I had to watch a couple videos, and I was in a hurry to get the effects done because I need to go work on homework, and so I'm rushing through a video, skipping through, and end up kind of figuring it out as I go, and I am really happy with the results. I looked up just like a flame, like the color of a flame, like fire hex code or whatever, and I end up with a color that I liked, and I put it in, and I feel like it looked really well, as you will see in a bit. Now right now this is me just trying to get an emitter started, and I couldn't figure it out, and this guy said to do an empty one, so then I see this create empty system. I did that, but then it had none of the same effects that he did, as you can see there, and it had none of the same controls. All I had was this little blue box, and he had a red box, and so I was like, what in the world? Why is this not working? Where is all the different options that this guy has on camera? And so I end up going and I find another video that then I don't even know why. I find another video and I tried creating a new emitter, but I think it was in a different tab, but I thought it was the same ones. All of a sudden showing all these different presets, and I think I just end up going with an empty preset because that's what the video said. There was like a flame preset, and there was an explosion, not a flame, but even the empty one, it still turned out really good, and there's a lot to play with. I played with it just a little bit, but I don't know, I just end up really happy, and I maybe it's just me being proud of myself, because effects are not the easiest thing to do, and I was able to kind of skip through this video to figure out some things that needed to change, and I was able to change those things. And so we're coming up on another cut, and because I had to come back and work on it later, and now you see that I have this effect in, so you won't get to see me working on that. And if you guys would like, I can do a post of the code for the effect, or since it's actually a bunch of options, it's not blueprints, I can do a video kind of walking through kind of some of the options. If you guys would like to see that, I really don't mind. Whatever you guys would like to see, it's really up to you. But here's me trying to tweak the delay, or no, this was me trying to tweak the crash speed. So I have a variable here, and I accidentally did equals instead of greater than, and I was like, that's why it's not working at all, as you had seen. So I got it to when your speed was higher than this crash speed, it would reset. Now the problem is if you hit like on the side, it still can reset and stuff. Or if a car is coming up and it crashes into you. But I mean, if a car crashes into you, still the same kind of thing. If you go into the side, maybe not, as you could get away with a higher speed, but we're not gonna get into that as much, even though this is kind of a no hezzy kind of thing. So you're gonna be going side to side. I'd imagine that you'd be going fast enough to crash. Or if you're not, you're going slow, then who cares? And this is just me moving my little effect over, and we're going to be ending the devlog here. Alright, so yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. I hope it was good. I hope you guys stuck around to the end, and if you did, I really appreciate that. Let me know anything else you guys would like to see, like the effects, any changes to the video, and check out the full playlist somewhere around me. You'll be able to see it, as well as check my channel and check me out on Twitch, guys. Alright, peace out, stay spicy, as I say on Twitch.